Hello, Panther families. My name is John McClain. I'm the athletic director here at Nickerson High School. This is the 2020-2021 Winter Sports Parent Information Meeting. Again, we normally do this meeting in person in the auditorium, but with our situation this year with COVID-19, we just can't do that. So virtually, I want to get you some information out to the parents and players before we start our winter sports. So first of all, I want to introduce our winter head coaches. Kurt Field is our boys basketball coach. Nick Flowers is our head wrestling coach. And I am the head girls basketball coach. We do have, again, Michaela Wassenberg is our athletic trainer for this school year. We're very fortunate to have her. She will be at Nickerson High School every day around 2:30 to 3 o'clock for practices, injury evaluation, treatments of injuries. And then she is at almost every basketball game, whether it's home or away, and she will be present at our home wrestling tournaments. So again, Kurt Field, our boys basketball coach, Nick Flowers, wrestling coach, myself as a girls basketball coach, and Michaela Wassenberg as our trainer. Very quickly, we have a mission statement and goals for our athletic programs here at Nickerson High School, and very simply, we are trying to have the best possible athletic programs for all our students as a Panther here at Nickerson High School. I feel very confident in our coaches. They are passionate about their sports. They are passionate about their athletes, and trying to provide a competitive and educational experience for them through activities here at Nickerson High School. A big piece that I want you to understand, especially you parents, is the eligibility piece for your son or daughter to participate in basketball or wrestling this winter. First of all, the most important is that they must have a completed physical turned into our office before practice starts Monday, November 16th. On that physical, there are areas that require signatures by both the parent and the athlete, and many times these are overlooked, and it is not a completed physical until all those signatures are present. So the physical portion, the concussion portion, the medical information portion, and the parent-player information portion. All of those are very important documents that must be signed and turned in before your student athlete can practice. If your son or daughter participated in a fall sport, they already have that physical packet on file. It's only those that are just competing for the first time in basketball or wrestling that need to complete that packet. Your student must be in good standing in school. They cannot be in-school suspension or out-of-school suspension. They would not be able to practice or play in the competitions if that situation should arise for any athlete. So again, they got to behave, they got to be a good kid in school, they got to be in good standing. Your student athlete must be in school. Now this is a little different this year with remote learning. They cannot miss the remote classes and still practice that day. Again, if they would have a doctor's appointment, an eye doctor appointment, something like that, you as a parent, you need to call, let the office know, so that is documented. If your student is fully online, they must be logged in and attending those classes. If they have a Zoom meeting each day with that online teacher that gets their attendance counted, they must be present for that. So we are a little concerned about attendance, the attendance issue, the attendance piece, but your student athlete must attend those remote classes to be eligible to participate in practice or games. The biggest part of eligibility is academic eligibility. We do weekly grade checks here at Nickerson High School to keep kids on track to graduate, to keep kids on track for semester eligibility. So on Mondays, when we run the grade report, if your student has 2 Fs and it's the first week, they are on academic probation. You should be getting an email. They should be getting an email. This is the red flag stating that they are failing, and if they continue this, they will be academically ineligible. The second week, if they have 2 Fs 2 weeks in a row, in any two classes, they would be academically ineligible, and then from Monday to the next Monday, they are not allowed to participate in athletic competitions. So just to make sure you understand, the first week they might be failing English and math, and that is their academic probation week. And then the second week, maybe they got their grades up in English and math, but now they're failing science and social studies. They would be academically ineligible. That is 2 Fs, 2 weeks in a row. So again, we run that every week for coaches and players to stay on top of their grades. The student athlete cannot have 3 or more Fs at semester for their semester grade. It is CASIA rule that they would be academically ineligible for the entire second semester. So they have to pass at least 6 of their 8 classes for second semester eligibility. 3 or more Fs, and they're academically ineligible. I bring up very quickly, if your student athlete is interested at all in playing college sports, they have to be registered with the NCAA clearinghouse. They would want to visit with Mr. Smalling or Mr. Matthias, our high school counselors, and to make sure that they are on track with the classes they are taking at Nickerson High School to make sure, again, they are eligible. They don't want to be a senior in high school and realize that, hey, I'm going to have to take a summer course to get myself eligible. They want to have that all taken care of by that senior year. So again, any interest in college sports, they want to be visiting with our counselors as soon as possible. We do have random drug testing here at Nickerson High School. If your student is going to participate in basketball or wrestling, they must be in the opt-in pool. Parents, 99% of the time, this is taken care of at the enrollment process. You check the box. As we get our rosters, we will be checking if there, for some reason, your son or daughter is not in that opt-in pool. We will be sending a form home with them for them to fill out to get in that pool. Again, they must be in the pool. If they are not in the opt-in pool, they cannot participate in CASIA-sponsored activities. Now, drug testing this year is a little different with the remote situation because we do not have all the kids at school. So, to be honest, drug testing may take place. It may not take place. It just depends on, again, what the company wants to do, what we can work out, if we can keep it random by the remote situation. So, but each student athlete will be in the opt-in pool and could possibly be selected for random drug testing. Again, it's the urine test that we do. With the remote situation, I want to make sure you understand the busing schedule and this is for Nickerson High School athletes, not necessarily Reno Valley athletes, for Nickerson High School. On Mondays, if you need a bus at 2:45, there is a pickup at RVMS that would drop you off at Nickerson High School at 3 o'clock. There you are technically in class till 3:10, so you would need to make sure that your last hour teacher that is okay if you're leaving that early to get on that bus. Tuesday through Friday, being remote in the morning and in the afternoon, you're doing your schoolwork at home or at school. If you do need a bus at 2:30, there would be pickup at South Hutch Elementary School. At 2:45, pickup at Reno Valley Middle School, and they would be dropping you off at 3 o'clock at Nickerson High School so you could get ready for practice. Practice is generally over between 5:30 and 6. At 6:15, there is a bus picking up from Nickerson High School. This also happens on Monday, the 6:15 post-practice pickup. And then at 6:30, that bus drops off at Reno Valley, and 6:40 at South Hutch Elementary. Parents, we always talk about how coaches are constantly stressing expectations to their athletes, about working hard, about being a good teammate, about improving their skills, about being competitive, representing our school and our community. Parents, those are also expectations for you as well. As parents, I think it's our job to model proper behavior. And basketball and wrestling can be difficult because it is indoors and you are very close to the officials, you are very close to the participants, to the coaches. And so modeling proper behavior is extremely important for our student athletes. CASIA does have the Rule 52, strictly involving fan behavior. Constant yelling at officials is just not accepted. Everybody has the general reaction, and that's as far as it should go. again, and it should not constantly happen from the stands. If the focus is on you in the stands and not on the players on the court or the wrestling mat, that is an issue. I posted on Panther Athletics and Activities here last week about the number of basketball officials in the state of Kansas in the last 10 years, how it has dramatically decreased. It has went from over 2,000 in 2010 to less than 1,500 now, and I would imagine we will have less officials this year due to the COVID situation. They quit for really one reason, and it is unruly fan behavior. It's not even so much from the coaches. The coaches can be a problem at times, but it is from constant unruly behavior from the fans. And so if we don't have officials, there's no contest. Games will be postponed, canceled. And again, it's not the referees or the parents that are affected by that, it's the kids. And again, our activities are about our kids. So please, at the games, again, model proper Rule 52 fan behavior. I've said many times about how our events are giant advertising for Nickerson High School and for our community. And I'm asking you as parents and players, players, we want you to do a great job in your athletic competition as well. But I'm asking for your help to make it a positive experience for all those involved coming to Nickerson High School, as well as the schools we travel to. If there is a concern about your child and their participation on the team, whether it be how they're being treated, playing time, any situation like that, one rule that we do practice here at Nickerson High School is the 24-hour rule after athletic contests. After the game is not a good time to visit with a coach. You need to leave the coaches alone after the athletic contests. You need to give it some time if you're upset, if you're frustrated. Let that calm down over a 24-hour period. And if it is still an issue with you and your athlete, your son or daughter, after 24 hours is an acceptable time to try to set up a discussion with the coach. Now, really the chain of command is the athlete should talk to the coach first. Many times that can take care of any confusion or any issues, to have a sit down, a heart-to-heart talk with that coach, and let that coach explain the current situation that student athlete is in, whether it be playing time or anything. If that athlete is still concerned, or you, the parent, you are still concerned, and it's not taken care of, then the parent, you could call and request and have a visit with the coach. Again, it needs to be a civil conversation. Again, you're both trying to strive to get the best possible experience for that student athlete. If there were still problems, then there could be a meeting set up with the player, the parent, the coach, and Nickerson administrator. And we could sit down and again, have a civil conversation, hopefully come to a solution to the problem. But after that meeting, it is definitely moving on past that situation. So again, just remember, 24-hour rule with your coaches after the game is not a good time. Again, the last thing I want to talk about is the COVID-19 expectations, or the COVID-19 situation we are in. It is not getting any better as we are approaching the start of winter sports. Quite honestly, winter sports are on a very thin sheet of ice to starting the sports season and completing the sports season. This is a situation that no one likes. Players, coaches, parents, community members. It is not something that we enjoy, but it's something that we have to make the best out of the hard situation. I can tell you that with wrestling and basketball being indoors, masks will be required. If you're going to come watch, if you are able to come watch, you will be required to wear a mask, whether it's basketball or wrestling, and whether it's at Nickerson or at an away gymnasium. It is just throughout the state of Kansas, in any indoor situation, masks are being required. Fan restrictions are going to be in place. There's just no way to get around it, and I would expect low numbers. We're looking at possibly trying to get 2 wristbands per participant. That would almost be a max. If you do get into athletic contests to watch, you're going to want to social distance. within the gymnasium. There may be some events or some communities, schools that will not allow fans at all. And I would expect very much so that that could happen. I don't know if it will happen here at Nickerson High School. We're going to try very hard at our home events to allow some fans. Again, it's not going to be many, but just please be expecting that you may not be able to go in person and watch your student athlete compete. I can tell you that we will try very hard to live stream events. We do have the NFHS Pixelot cameras in place in the competition gym that you can buy a subscription to watch our home events. And if other schools have NFHS, you can watch at their gymnasiums. Not all schools have that, but several do. But I know through our video department here at the high school, Mrs. Riffle, that we are going to try our best to have live streaming free through Facebook Live, and we will communicate that out as our competitions get closer. So again, just understand that COVID-19, it's something we're going to have to deal with. You're going to have to wear a mask. There are going to be very strict fan restrictions. And again, it's about the kids. If we don't follow these, quite frankly, the last option, again, is no fans. And then the option after that is canceling the events. And again, the kids are the ones that get hurt if we decide to do that. That would be the very last option. We don't want to do that. So that is really all I have as far as information. Again, we are looking forward to the winter sports season. We should have some very competitive teams. It should be an exciting time. We all need to do everything possible about being very conscious about our health and staying safe and doing all we can to keep our kids participating. So I wish all the teams and all the players best of luck, and I hope every day we do the best we can to make it a great day to be a Panther. Go Panthers! Thank you.